Eco episode. Eco episode.
Welcome to another Eco episode, and in this video we're going to be looking at how we can help our environment by growing food at home. And it's really easy growing food at home because all you need are some pots, either new or old, some soil or compost, and some seeds or some little plants to grow. And once you've put the plants into the soil, then the plant needs two key things to grow. I'll let you have a think. Sunlight from the sun and water, but it's always raining in England, so just put your plant outside and it'll be absolutely fine. You can also grow loads of different types of food at home, including cucumbers, courgettes, spinach, spring onion, lettuce, rocket, radishes, tomatoes, strawberries, garden peas, beetroots, sweet corn, and even raspberries. There's loads more too. Basically, loads of different types of food. Now let's cross over to Mr. Lamprey, who's going to show us all the different types of food he is growing at home. And he might have some of the ones I've just mentioned as well. Who knows?
So everything I show you has been grown from seeds or seedlings. So we've got some sweet corn there that's grown really well. Got some cabbage, courgette that's growing, and some strawberry plants. Just take you over to the mini greenhouse as well.
Oh, a mini greenhouse. That's a bit fancy.
And then you've got some tomato plants, more tomato plants, and then also some chilli and some basil and different varieties of tomato. Okay, so this is a working garden, hence the fact that it's not very tidy. It will be tidied up soon.
Yeah, that certainly does need a tidy, Mr. Lamprey. Sorry, carry on.
So here we've got some rocket, we've got some spinach, and we've got lettuce and radishes. And here we've got some more courgettes and cucumbers. And over here, actually planted in the soil, we've got spring onions, my cat's feeding dish for some reason. And then we've got some strawberries here, growing really well. They grow back every year. A little bit of herb there. Then up here, we've got a full set of raspberries. These are the peas that Mrs. Battery grew back in school. They're growing really well. And then if we get really deep down into here, we've got some beetroot growing here. Don't know if you can see that just underneath there. So I've got beetroot growing, more beetroot, and then again some more spring onions. I'm going to go inside the shed, which again is quite messy, apologies.
Yeah, that does also need a good tidy. Maybe our next video should be a home makeover for Mr. Lamprey.
And then we're growing some seedlings here, including chilies and sweet corns, and I've actually grown some apple trees, which are very, very small as seedlings now, just from the seeds from apples that we bought in the shop. You've got some fresh coriander over there, which has been grown from seed. You'll notice it's had a bit of a haircut.
Oh, so have I. I've also had a haircut. Sorry, ignore me, carry on.
Because I chopped that up and used that in a curry yesterday, which you might have seen on one of Mr. Power's other videos. And then we've got some rocket salad and sweet corn growing in there, and then also some spinach and a different variety of rocket. So we're going to put all of that into a nice fresh salad. So we've now got our salad tray, and then also in this tray we've got some beetroot and radishes as well. So I'm just going to cut off enough spinach, and I'm going to eat this with a mixed grill tonight. That's my salad. And of course, if you just want your salad in a sandwich, you can just cut off 1 or 2 pieces of lettuce and use that. Really excitingly for me, I'm going to pick the first radish of the summer. So there's the radish.
The first radish of the year. And we managed to get that on camera. Oof, this could go viral. I'm really impressed.
And I'm going to cut that and put that into the salad as well. So my mini salad with the radish on the side, and I've also added some rocket in there. And finally, here we go, mixed grill salad and a fresh naan. Yummy, yummy.
A delicious meal made right at home. It just shows you how easy it is to grow food of your own. Well done, Mr. Lamprey. Well, that's all we've got time for.
Oh, hold on a minute.
Oh, I've just supposed to shuffle my papers like they do on the news.
We've just had another video sent in.
Another video? Well, great, okay. That's good. Who from?
Your dad.
Sorry?
Your dad sent a video in.
Oh, this is so embarrassing.
Well, shall we play it then?
Yeah, okay, let's play it. Right, now it's over to another very special guest, my dad, who's going to show you what he's been growing in his greenhouse. Over to you, Mr. Power. And another Mr. Power, not me, my dad, Mr. Power. Over to you, Mr. Power. This is getting really confusing now.
It's my greenhouse. Come in, let me show you some of the items I've got here. As you can see, these are all small seeds at the moment, so they're just in the growing stages. And what we've got is we've got some coriander, which is going in. You can tell the coriander by the smallest pattern that's on the leaves when you look for coriander. And a good tip with herbs, if you ever want to know what they taste or smell like, if you rub the leaf, smell the fingers, and you get the scent of the actual herb itself.
That does work, actually. Good tip.
And then we come along and we've got some Scotch bonnet chilies. And if you look at these now, this is the small seeds that have come up. So when you look at the large ones, these have been repotted. And see how big they're getting now? A large Scotch, very hot chilli.
Now, I wouldn't want to rub a Scotch bonnet with my fingers. That is an extremely hot chilli.
We've also got a Thai chilli, which is these ones just here. And as you can see, once you've potted it into a little pot, it's starting to grow nice and healthy. This one over here is a basil. It's a cinnamon basil, and again, from a very small plant about this size, they're now growing to mature, to come up. And I'll take them to bigger pots as they get bigger. And if we go onto this side of the greenhouse, we've got 3 different types of cherry tomatoes, which are all growing just here. And what we've got is the actual plant coming up, and where you see these small flowers, here and here, this is where the tomatoes will come from. Once the flower comes out, blooms, after that the tomato will come behind that. If you look here, just between here where the V is, there's a small little plant there. If you pinch that out, that little plant, and you put it into a bit of soil, this is what happens. We get another tomato plant. These are all small bits that have come from the tomato, planted into the soil, and here they come, starting to grow again.
This other Mr. Power is very clever, and he knows a lot about growing food at home. I'm very impressed. Maybe a little too impressed.
Now if we go outside to the front of the greenhouse, and these small letters here will be a mini gem, which will be about that big, nice and sweet. We'll spread those out. And here we have a strawberry plant. What happened to strawberries again? Remember about the tomatoes with the flowers? Now look at this. These flowers, once the flowers come up, they disappear, and that's where all the strawberries will come from.
Well done, Mr. Power, other Mr. Power. Really good knowledge there. Even I'm learning a lot from your videos. Right, that's all we've got time for.
Hold on again. We've just had another video sent in from your dad again.
Yeah, right. Let's play that one as well then. Back over to you, other Mr. Power.
And what you can see here, this is, when you see an oak tree, this is a very small oak tree. And this, believe it or not, came from a very small seed that we found in the garden. Just dropped in the sky, maybe when the birds had dropped it, but a small acorn planted into a pot. These are the leaves that you'd see in an oak, and look at the height. It's just over 5 foot at the moment, but it's restricted because it's been kept in a pot. But it's come out really nice.
A homegrown oak tree. Very interesting. And like other Mr. Power just told you then, it's so easy to grow plants at home. That oak tree was made from a tiny seed which just fell from the sky. Put it in some soil with some water and sunlight, and you can grow your own plants at home. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this eco episode, learning all about growing food and plants at home. And hopefully you can try some of what you've learned in today's video and grow some of your own plants. Join me next time in another
Eco episode.
and I'll see you then.
Eco episode.